Yo, welcome back to the channel. Today, we got the Lakers and Timberwolves playoff preview. I am a couple days removed from the Bucks Pacers playoff preview, but to be fair, I made that video Sunday. Um, I should have been uploading throughout the week. Been lazy, but I'm gonna get back into it with Lakers Timberwolves. Probably the video y'all been waiting for, just because you got Anthony Edwards and you plus you got the Lakers, you got Luka, you got LeBron James. No, that series. Um, if y'all didn't know, Lakers finished at 3, Timberwolves finished at 6. Due to the Warriors Clippers games last day of the season, Warriors lose, Timberwolves get the 6th seed. Now the Timberwolves probably got the worst matchup possible because if the Clippers won, the Timberwolves would go against the Nuggets in the first round, and the Timberwolves have been beating the Nuggets since that playoff series. I'm pretty sure they won 5 straight against the Nuggets since that playoff series. Um, the Timberwolves probably would beat the Nuggets just because I feel like out of every team in the Western Conference, somehow the Denver Nuggets are the least trusted. But they get the harder matchup with the Lakers just because they don't really have anything going for them. Now, in other videos I did pull up the starting five, but I don't really need to pull up the starting five because I actually know these starting fives by heart. Which is it's not a difficult thing to know them. I'm just saying. Obviously you got Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, McDaniels, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert for the Timberwolves. Lakers, you got Luka, Austin Reeves, Roy Hachimura, unfortunately, LeBron James, and Jackson Hayes. Now, the reason I said unfortunately, I think Dorian Finney-Smith should start. I think he fits better with what the Lakers are doing. We already have enough, we already have more than enough off hits in our starting lineup. I don't know why Rudy's starting. He would be a great piece off the bench, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens in the Bucks. Anyway, by the way, I'm a Lakers fan before we even get any more in the video. But just on a base level, right? The Lakers are better than the Timberwolves. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Like I said 30 seconds ago, probably the Timberwolves don't really have a crazy advantage over the Lakers in anything, even matchup wise. The only thing that they have is they don't have one defender that they can just play Anthony Edwards and be like, stop Anthony Edwards. But I don't think the Lakers need to do that because the rest of the Timberwolves roster is not really playoff players, to be honest. Even though you could talk about Cat and what he did last offseason, met postseason, wasn't that great scoring wise. The spacing is dramatically worse than what Karl Anthony Towns is. Because, like, with Karl Anthony Towns in the corner or Karl Anthony Towns anywhere, you have to respect him as a shooter. You can't just leave Karl Anthony Towns open. Julius Randle, you feel way more comfortable leaving someone like Julius Randle open from three rather than Karl Anthony Towns, right? And even then, some of their players got worse. Like, Rudy Gobert got worse. Jake McDaniels actually got better. Mike Conley got worse. Dante DiVincenzo's having a down season from last year, but last year they didn't really have a Dante DiVincenzo type player, so let's see if that plays a factor. Nas Reed is about the same. They don't really have backup point guard. They don't really have that many backups in general because their bench, Dante DiVincenzo, um, their bench, Dante DiVincenzo, Nikhil Alexander Walker, Nas Reed, like I said. Then all these other players, they play sometimes, but it's no guarantee they'll play. Like Rob Dillingham, like Jalen Clark, like all these players probably not going to play in the playoffs. They may literally only run their like an 8-man rotation in the playoffs, which probably not going to work. They're probably going to be gassed. And like I was saying with the points thing, you got Anthony Edwards averaging 27.5, which is crazy. He might make all defensive first, not all defensive, all NBA first team. But your next best player being Julius Randle, then a bench player. Like, that's not going to work. There's no way they can win this series, right? Unless Julius Randle is just playing like Knicks Julius Randle. And just getting to Julius Randle in general, Julius Randle is not a playoff player. We've seen this his whole career. His first time in the playoffs, he had one of the worst playoff series ever against the Hawks. They lose that series. Um, the year after that, I believe. No, 2 years after that, because the year after that they make plus. 2 years after that, the first year with Brunson, they make it to the second round. They play the Heat. Julius Randle plays bad again. You can say he was hurt, which he was hurt, right? Then after that, Julius Randle was hurt again. So we have not seen Julius Randle play good in the playoffs at all. He's either been hurt or just played horribly. So far in his career, Julius Randle has been one of the worst playoff players ever. Now, Going back to the Timberwolves starting lineup, Mike Conley. Mike Conley has had a down season. Even if you don't want to consider points, field goal percentage, or defense, whatever, he's having a down season. This is definitely Mike Conley's worst season of his career. He is on the downside of his career, obviously. I'm not like on Mike Conley. I'm just saying, considering that the Lakers have Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and even LeBron James, if they get Mike Conley on the switch, they're scoring easily. All three of them. Mike Conley may not be able to play this series. Now, Timberwolves coach would probably just sub out Mike Conley if he's not playing good. So far this season, he's only played 24 minutes a game. Someone like Nikhil Alexander Walker and Dante DiVincenzo have both played more minutes than him this season. But if you're talking about that, they wouldn't have a point guard on the court. Anthony Edwards is not being great playmaking this season. He doesn't really like passing the ball. You can tell he doesn't like passing the ball. Julius Randle is definitely not good at playmaking. He's showed better signs of playmaking recently, but they're gonna need Julius Randle to score in the playoffs. I'll definitely say that. But going to the Lakers side of things, obviously, where we, by the way, I don't know why ESPN still has all these injured player stats here. Lucas only played 28 games as the Lakers. That's a crazy man. That's crazy. Anyway, um, my bad. I'm just reading the stats because I haven't read like our full stat line this season. Okay, okay. Dang, Jared Vanderbilt only averages 4 points. Holy. How does Jordan Goodwin average more points to you, buddy? All right. Let me focus. So Lakers, Luca, LeBron, Austin Reeves. That's how we're gonna win the series. The Timberwolves are probably gonna put Jay McDaniels on Luca, and even if they don't put Jay McDaniels on Luca, which probably won't be a good idea, um, that means okay. So basically, Jay McDaniels is gonna guard LeBron, and Luca, probably Luca, but that doesn't matter. Whoever's not on Jay McDaniels is gonna cook. I'm gonna be honest. Now, obviously, screens, pick and rolls, switches are a thing. Um, so they're probably gonna try to get Jamie Daniels off them anyway. But there's no point if we have two other great scorers and playmakers on the court, and Austin Reeves and LeBron, or LeBron and Austin Reeves. Um, Julius Randle can play good defense, but he can't guard LeBron. Anthony Edwards can play good defense, but he can't guard Luka. Not many people can guard Luka or slow down Luka. Like we seen the Mavericks and Timberwolves last season, which is just another reason why the Lakers are gonna win this series. Like this Lakers team is probably better than that Mavericks team. If not, we're only slightly worse. But the Timberwolves are dramatically worse. So there's no reason this should be more than a 5-6 game series. But don't know. I will say that the Timberwolves do have better depth than us because technically Jared Vanderbilt's kind of nothing on offense, right? Um, Dorian Finney-Smith, he has hit his shots. I'll say that for sure. I'm not sure how many games Dog Connect's gonna play. We'll see. But we definitely been starting five wise. I will say they have the better starting center, and it'll be interesting to see what Rudy Gobert does on the offense, and if he can get Jackson Hayes off the court, which might be a bad thing, which I'll get into in a second. But he might outplay Jackson Hayes to the point where Jackson Hayes can't play the series, which would be interesting to look at. But I don't know. I will say when the Lakers run the small ball lineup, which is basically just a starting lineup, but sub out Jackson Hayes for Dorian Finney-Smith, that means Rudy Gobert might get put off the court, which my leads to me saying Lakers in five. No trope. Lakers are gonna win this series in five. Like Rudy Gobert is gonna get played off the court. Rudy Gobert is y'all's third best player probably. You can say fourth if you want to put James McDaniels above him. Yeah, I'll probably put James McDaniels above him. But again, James McDaniels is not, even though he's had a better offensive season, this might be the best offensive season of his career. That's not going to be enough. If Rudy Gobert gets played off the court, you got to play Nas Reed more. Nas Reed is not nearly the defender that Rudy Gobert is, especially without Cats helping him on defense. Because here's the thing, Julius Randle's a better defender than Cat, but Cat's taller, he's bigger, so that size does matter, especially when it comes to series like this. I'm gonna be honest. If you put Cat on this Timberwolves team, keep Dante DiVincenzo, but put Cat on this team. I think the Timberwolves have a chance. But with Julius Randle, I don't think they have a chance at all. I got Lakers at 5. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I made the video right there.